In All Media is pleased to present Conversations with the Lord, Episode 2. What is sin?
Lord, what is sin?
That's not very easy to explain, little John. First, you need to understand that pride is the fork that feeds sin. When pride is pricked, it reacts. And that reaction is always a negative one. When you think what the cause of unforgiveness, envy, selfishness, etc. is, then you'll see that they're all ways of thinking that have their source in negativity.
I see what you mean. Our pride becomes hurt or offended by what someone may think, do or say.
Yes. And we therefore think they have trespassed against us in some way. And sadly, most people have no idea that it's all caused by pride and vanity, and what goods ever come from either of those two destroyers of virtue?
None whatsoever. And indeed, knowing that God is absolute love and virtue, as we do, it therefore seems to me that they're not only destroyers of virtue, but true love as well.
So then you can see how the Christ is anyone who is the embodiment of God's absolute divine love and virtue, or more appropriately, that anyone who is without a spot of pride and negative thoughts, sin, and is not blemished in their mind with selfish, worldly thoughts or concerns, has essentially put on the mind of Christ, the mind that chooses to only be governed and ruled by God's absolute love and virtue.
Yes, I see, because His Spirit is the Spirit of love, and the fruit of it is the absolute virtue of true love.
That's right. God's absolute holiness, peacefulness, gracefulness, graciousness, truthfulness, compassion, mercy, generosity, etc. His righteousness is His virtuousness, the characteristics of absolute love. That is why, when we are filled with the darkness of negative thoughts, we sin against God, because God is not someone who has love. God is love.
Thank you, Lord, I get it now. Without God, there can be no love, for He is love, and without love, there can be no virtue, for the characteristics of true love is virtue.
Yes, and the greatest virtue of all is humility, for with humility, the active virtues, such as assertiveness, confidence, and courage, are perfectly balanced with the passive virtues, such as modesty, patience, and mercy.
Thank you, Lord. I'm sure that I'll go and sin no more. Therefore, since we are the offspring of God, we ought not to think that the divine nature is like gold, or silver, or stone, something shaped by art and man's devising. Do you have the strength to resist those negative thoughts that rise up in your mind and darken it? And will you fill your mind with the light of Christ and His eternal optimism, positivity, hope, courage, faith, virtue, and joy?